Oh, good morning, everybody. Uh, Thank you guys for the comments. Great comments, great energies in there. Um, it's been a lot of going on, and you gonna feel it, what is going on. But take a look at the energy that comes in. It helps you to understanding the problems comes in, the solutions comes in, and you have to bouncing between ones and the others. This energy of this friendshipness towards yourself, this energies of things that you went through it and so on, it triggers what is it good, but what is a not good within yourself. And hopefully, guys, you have that inner work within you. You got it through it. But today, we are going to have a very interesting situations, and those situations is going to be that first of all, the moon it's going to be squaring Neptune, and then the moon it's going to be a squaring actually first it's going to be squaring Saturn, then it's going to be squaring Neptune. That is going to have a lot of reflections in there. First of all, those are the reflections of something with the subconscious, within the soul, in there, within your spirit, in there, talking about the deep waters of Pisces. The spiritual emotions are there. And the moon is squaring Saturn, but that energy is going to show you what it's not working for you to get it work. You're going to be set back in time. Maybe certain situations is going to be start coming back and repeating like for a week ago when Saturn was moving forward. Now Saturn is moving back and you're facing similar issues but in different situations, different learnings. That has to be with a lot of things. And the reason I'm not going on right now to the daily um, chart right away in there is because exactly this duality that is going to happening today, we are going to be resolving, and this is going to be the solutions of this new moon at Cancer. Because right now the moon is going to be squaring Saturn and Neptune, but when it goes together with the sun, within the authority, in there within you, that is going to be trining them. So you will see what the limitations and the visions of I don't see this, I don't see that, I don't understand this, or I don't comprehend this. I need a guidance and so on. It's gonna come in with that beautiful new moon. But as that new moon it comes in, it's gonna be trigger as to as everything else. So we can be able to happen within our own selves. Okay, because of we're gonna have to face it again, that full moon that's gonna be at Capricorn, Cancer again. Okay, so today it's kind of like one of those days that you are gonna be understanding issue, problems, solutions. It's gonna come in and so on, and you're gonna have that duality. And when I'm talking about duality, that can affecting four zodiac signs. That's gonna be Pisces, Gemini, Virgos, and Sag. Pay attention to what you have on this because that's what is gonna be triggered. All right. So now, as we're talking about these energies, here what's excuse me, what is gonna happen at 8 o'clock? Mercury, it's opposing Neptune, midheaven. It's gonna be at Taurus. Thinks about the earth, thinks about situations that goes on in the earth right now. Mars has been still in Taurus, very powerful positions there, together with Venus and Saturn. This actually aspect, this sextiling in there, and this trine from Venus towards Saturn, it is about to overcome the limitations of love within family. Very beautiful, very powerful learning, very, very good growth We are talking about emotions in the family together with the divine learnings of Saturn that comes in to improve that. So if you're working on that in there, very powerful as a masculine energy. So if you're doing something with Earth, buying real estate or moving or creating new apartment or finding a new job or stabilizing your 3D positions in that very powerful aspects, very good energies in there. Very good for all the earth energies. We are talking about that Uranus and Mars. They're only 7 degrees apart, which is you're gonna feel like how the universe. It's kind of like a begin to unify it with the masculine energies of this point. But as I said, first that squaring towards Saturn and squaring those Neptune, kind of like I see things happen, but I don't see the reasons why. You're gonna find the reasons when the moon and the sun they're gonna be coming in together. They're actually gonna come at midnight of for this new moon. All right, I'm gonna be making the report today. Later on, you guys gonna have it within yourselves with that positions to it. All right, so 9 o'clock. The ascendant is gonna be at Leo squaring Uranus. Um, that energies actually is going to be divine visions in there. The moon is going to be okay with that too. She's going to be seeking it with this, but it is about to see the divine energies, not going against the universe. So if you are mad, if you are sad, if you are angry at the universe about those limits or those positions is in there, seeking at the divine because Neptune is giving you the divine visions. That's what you need to look. So don't go against the universe, guys. You can't. Just personal advice on that position. All right, we have it at 10 o'clock. We have a midheaven that's going to be crossing into Gemini. Beautiful energies with Mercury and Pluto. Powerful way of communications. Powerful understanding, passing over through limits. No issues, no problems with the work that you do in there, as long as you um, mature enough, you grow enough to not suppressing this growth that Jupiter and Mercury right now doing with, and together with the inner work that it's going to be done at these positions for it. It is about proper putting your synchronized energies within yourself. Okay, but the intuition is gonna be kind of like it's gonna play like the opposite, the negative side. It's gonna be playing like the devils, kind of like rocking your boat. Okay, so stay in your toes about this for it, because this duality it's gonna be creating so much mess and there. Don't trust the dualities, trust the Mars, this courage to go through it. This duality is gonna come. It's gonna be a trigger, and as I said, it's gonna be affecting those four zodiac signs in there. As the midheaven at 11 o'clock is gonna be at the mid of Gemini, you see this red triangles up here. Now that intuition is gonna begin to trigger so many things, so many situations within yourself in there. Be mindful again your communications. Okay, don't say I didn't say so to it, but trust Mars. Go forward. Have the courage. You're understanding the rules. You're okay with the feminine energies. Everything is okay. Saturn, it says like you can pass through the limits as long as you're not putting limits within you. And this is a this beautiful right now ascendant towards Mars energies. Mars going into Saturn. From Saturn it goes into Venus, and from Venus goes into ascendant. Those angel wings right now in there. So feminine and masculine coming together, overcoming these dualities, is gonna prepare him for what? For this upcoming new moon. Okay, but right now the moon is rocky. It's like I don't know what is gonna happen. This is kind of like a You see it in a relationship. You have a boyfriend, and it's like, I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm not. Mm, that is it, this duality that it comes in there. And of course, Saturn and Pisces is going to bring that duality. And the ascendant at Virgo is going to bring that duality. And the moon and Jupiter being a Gemini, it's going to be kind of like a doubling all these energies. So don't listen it, okay? It's going to be intense. It's going to be pressure, but just go to it, because in the next hour, that energy actually is going to be really coming. That is a one of the midheaven. It's still going to be at the Gemini with the moon. That is going to be exact squaring with ascendant Lilith and Neptune. This kind of like a bad thoughts, focus within the bad, and so on and so on. You're not seeing it, how the solutions and the good is out there. How the synchronizes are like, oh, well, this is bad for you just because of that. It's time to let it go, okay, and focus of what's working. So if something doesn't work, doesn't work. If something's gonna be working, it's gonna be working. But you need to learn how to make it. And of course, you have to get to work. And currently working within those rough energies, you need to know they're lasting for a little bit. This is those moments of life when there is so much pressure. If you put your act together, you controlling the pressure, not the pressure controls you. Let me repeat that. You controls the pressure, not the pressure controls you. Okay. And Mars is gonna be with Venus and Saturn. It is gonna be coming out very powerful. Neptune is sextile in Pluto. You're changing, you're transforming. Okay. So now outside factors, they're not allowed to come into your field, but you can navigate how you're gonna react to the outside factors. All right. Talking about the next hour, the authority, the sun for it. Of course, you're gonna see some imbalance of certain things in there. Who can make the balance? Universe, okay? So trust the universe and go with the flow. But the sun trining Saturn. We're talking about the king and wise man coming together. When the wise man returns to the king, he says, like, here is the importance. And all that energy is also with Venus. Here is the love. You see, that's what the sun is there. This energies, and Saturn is about to remind you what it was, the importance. You see, Saturn is going to teach you. He's the bad guy in most of the in there, but in occult astrology in there, he's coming to reveal and lift the veil. You may not like the reasons in the first time, but then you're gonna find the reasons. You may not like it when the universe kicking your butt, but you like it when the universe is patting you in the back. Who's that? Saturn is giving you that. And you need to be thankful, especially right now with these powers in Pisces. All right, divine time. It's a Mars and Saturn coming. The courage to listen to the wisdom that it gonna becomes in. The performance of that wisdom to remind you about the wise decisions you are made in there, the going with the flow, connecting with the love, connecting with the authority. That is it, the synchronized energies. But you looking at into this as the ascendant is there in the Libra, it's squaring towards Venus and the Sun. Venus is ruling Libra, and you're gonna feel like, well, that person doesn't love me, and this what not love is. There is no authority of the love in there, and so on and so on. While Mars in Saturn tells you there is. Look at within your soul. This is also when you gonna be the moment is gonna comes in when you listen those divine energies in there, and that beautiful trine towards the moon is gonna be like, hey, here is the balance between this duality. Okay, Here is the balance within this duality. All right. Talking about later on at 3 o'clock is going to be midheaven. It's going to be at Leo, 6th link with Jupiter first, but in the next hour it's going to be squaring Uranus in there, learning to grow. There is the 5-year-old, there is the 18-year-old in there. Looking at that energies that what you have to mature and grow. Powerful inner work in there. But as the ascendant goes into Scorpio, that is going to be exactly triggering the Mercury and Leo and Pluto. And you may gonna have uncomfortable conversations, but you have to also mindful your tongue, what it does, because Pluto says like I'm gonna get you back. You know those people who remind you about your past in there, they bring your past as like make you guilt tripping. They're not doing a good thing. But if you have uncomfortable situations as in there about talking about the past and look at it deep of what happens is in there, here you're getting those divine energies from the Scorpio that needs to be done within the in the shadow, and they're gonna be coming from Neptune, who is retrograde, but he is trining with Mercury. Okay, so you have the same situations, but if you creating a guilt tripping, that's not good. But if you are pointing out things that it comes in from the past, and that's how that creates pressures in there, and let the person find in its own, that is a proper conversations. Okay, look at it within the conscious with the good thing. That's what I'm saying. Be mindful about your tongue, how you're expressing things. All right, as I say that the next hour, midheaven is going to be squaring Uranus in there. So with that positions of the ascendant, there is it's a Scorpio. It is beautiful time with the authority to says like here authority. That's what you need to do. Here is the this synchronized energies, empowering Mars and empowering Saturn, from Saturn empowering Venus, and from Mars empowering Venus as well. That is about this beautiful power to bring in there. But if you're opposing, you didn't have the good conversations and so on, that will trigger you. And now Mars, it's kind of like, I don't see this. Of course, Mercury and Pluto, they don't like each other there right now in opposing, unless you're using the power of Neptune, proper visions of talk. In there, you can create a mess. And guess what? You're going against universe. So be mindful about this 4 p.m. All right, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, beautiful emotions, beautiful divine energies, beautiful things. But the moon is dropping off out of the limitations. You're done with the limits. You cross the boundaries. You cross certain things. You choose to using synchronized energy. So I hope instead of using this negative talk inside of it, but right now you have negative visions, or you don't know where the road is, or you don't see through the clouds. This morning I woke up and start having this mist from the mountains here into the valley. Very beautiful pictures I made. I'm gonna post it on a Facebook, or I can post you a picture up here. You can see it. But this is about that. Sometimes you may not see the things, but that doesn't mean they're not there. And when you look at it deeply within yourself, this Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, this is the unifications of this heart, soul, and body energies. You can embody that soul within you, especially with Mars being a Taurus. Is now is the time for you to do the right things as a warrior. You to win over those intense energies, those oppositions, and you finding out who you really are. All right, talking about 6 p.m. Of course, you're gonna put the puzzle together. You're gonna see, you're gonna know how to overcome, but the moon, it's gonna be reflecting on all this because the moon is pushing these pressures is in there from Gemini, but Pluto divine energies towards the moon is gonna tell you use your divine intuition. Don't use this earthly stuff. Don't using this things that I taught you through the day. And the midheaven that it's a at Virgo that it's gonna be opposing Neptune, and that creates this T square towards the moon. You know, you put in your agenda and not in friendliness way, and so on and so on is not gonna help for it. But everything else, it's gonna come great because the positive energies that it's gonna comes in with Mercury, that comes in with Neptune, is in there. The ascendant and the midheaven, they're gonna be very powerful. Talking about the energies of Uranus of the midheaven, very beautiful energies with Mercury, very beautiful energies with the ascendant. As you see it, they're all connecting. Is this hexagram in there that it comes in? Stars of David, that it's in there. There is a all these kites interconnected. Now you put the puzzles together. This is a time that you're like, okay, here's the problem, here's the solutions, we know what to do. And what you need to do, trust the love, trust the courage, trust that learnings in there that you are getting in there. Because if there is no problem, no solutions. But if there is no solutions, and once you get to the solutions, you're understanding the whole purpose was growth. You may be uncomfortable, but there was a growth. All right. Talking about the next hour, you already knew that is going to be coming in, that imbalance within the authority. But if you seen it, the proper visions, you watching the right movie, you watching the right inspirational video, that is going to help you to grow. That is the power of this. And the ascendant is going to have this divine energies of the authority of the, and it's going to set, it's require cardinal changes. It's requiring cardinal things inside of it in yourself. Stop having those conflicts. Stop having all this. Pluto with divine energies towards the moon. Now, right now, Pluto takes charge over the intuition. Is like, let me set you back. How did you feel that before? Without dualities, when you are sure within yourself, when you are great within yourself, why having a doubt? I am the hidden God that giving you this. And that's what Pluto is. Pluto is the hidden God. Pluto is the unknown. But he comes to tell you, hey, remember what I gave you back then. All right. 8 o'clock energies. The midheaven is going to go through Scorpio. You already went through these energies in there. Be mindful again, your communications. But that energy is going to comes out of the shadow. Is like if you be a vulnerable and recognize your own faults, your own situations, you don't have to be all grumpy and jumpy and all this expressive energies in there to it. Um, Stay away from those negative, revengeful things. If you feel like doing revenge and spoken angry and so on and so on, especially right now, this is 8 o'clock and you are doing this within the family, there's nothing good is going to come out to this. Especially that right now, the ascendant that is a Sag, it is going to be opposing the moon and squaring Neptune. Um, for it. So, too. And talking about within this in there, for it, be very careful what you do at home. This is why this duality is going to be kind of like a tries to walk in. This is the dweller. Okay. I have to be important and I have to show in the work. But if you see the underneath energies that are gonna comes in from Uranus, the divine energies towards the ascendant, from there, that energy goes to the inner work, to the shadow work. And from the shadow work that you're going to do at the Scorpio, it's going to go into the moon. Hi, Ashley. Are you going to do video on the Uranus Mars conjunction 14 to 17? I can talk more about this, but that is gonna have some a lot of work for it because before doing that, I'm gonna be talking to the daily charts about these conjunctions because that is an important conjunction. That is a one of the universe and the material work, the masculine energies put their shit together into the material world. This is going to be a lot of universal push in there. If you're doing something wrong, you're going to get slapped in there because this is a redirection. For some, it's going to be pat in the back if you're doing a good and you're following the synchronizations, the love, the Venus energies in there because that is going to be actually a very beautiful sextile in there with Venus, with Uranus. This is kind of like a family union in the material world with the universe. Great energies for those who are following this positions is in there for it, especially that everything of the retrogrades, the big guys, they are going to be involved with this to it. But the same time, all that energy is going to be asking for a proper actions because we are talking about Mars, Venus, and Uranus coming in together in synchronized energy under the guidance of the teacher of the universe. Come on, this is gonna be huge in there. But during the daily charts, instead of making particularly videos about this in there, to it, it's more beneficial because you're gonna see it through the hour. It changes through the day, and specifically with the moon moves around in there throughout the day, how actually affecting our mood, our feelings, our emotions, and how the energy is changing kind of based on. So we're gonna see it when the time comes in. But I'm gonna make in the new moon to a full moon, which is gonna be a 2 weeks report. I'm gonna be mentioning things in there. But thank you, Ashley. It was a great suggestions there. All right. So talking about 9 o'clock shadow work, but the emotions is in there. You're putting everything, as I said, this intimacy. After a lot of the people, after they have uncomfortable conversations, they're resolving issues. What do? They go, they have a nice, beautiful talks, a nice, beautiful walk, nice, beautiful intimacy time. And this is going to come from Venus at Cancer, training the ascendant, training the midheaven, I'm sorry, and from the midheaven, going through the sun, and that connection is coming all with Saturn and Pisces. Beautiful, beautiful emotions. But if you're jumpy and grumpy from the previous hour, you're going to be getting this aggravating Mars and Taurus that, oh, this is not doing good. Oh, that is not doing great. And now you're angry bull instead of following these positive energies. But Mars is sextiling Saturn, is sextiling Venus. Come on, get over your rear end from the previous hour. Everything you want, it's coming to you. As long as I said, don't allow the outside energies controlling internal world. Your internal world have the power of respond. Okay, this is a big learning. All right, talking about 10 o'clock. Of course, the divine energies are gonna be coming in as a Pluto powering the moon. It's like, you know what? It's your time for a family thinking. Stop thinking about this. energies, midheaven at Sag, beautiful divine energy. I mean, you're gonna be jolted out after this intimacy time if you had it at the previous hour. These great conversations that it's gonna come to you. If you didn't have it, those conversations, or you don't feel like it, and so on, you're gonna miss out pretty damn good. But the proper communications, which is that is gonna be Mercury, Neptune, and Neptune, Pluto, Pluto with the midheaven, the inner work, and all that points out the finger of God towards your intuition. All the answer and all the positive sides, and there are happens where in the family. You practice it as a family. For some of your family, what it is, this could be a spiritual family. This could be at work, whether you have the family environment in there. You pay attention at work, you can see the correlations between work and family that it goes on in there. With certain people, you can work on it. With certain people, oh my God, you cannot. Okay, but welcome home because the intuition is finally back home, and now this is gonna be empowering moments. Okay, and this inner work really is gonna. Okay, your intuition now knows the answers of what it needs to be changed, where it needs to be changed at home. It's in you. You're the home. You're the vessel. Your soul is at home within your own body for your emotions. We have to create this family environment first. Where? In you. You're gonna see it at the new moon when I make the report. All right, we're talking about 11 o'clock energies. Pluto's gonna be continue empowering the moon in there. But if you don't have the right visions, if you put your ego, lower self, that is gonna be this square within the emotions about family and spirit. Why? You're gonna find answers in there. You're gonna find answers in the new moon, not right now. Right now, you're not able to see, it's foggy. The only way you can see it is through the divine. The divine is giving you this vision back, which is Pluto, and then from Pluto it goes to Neptune. But if you go trying directly to see your own visions, your own path, you not putting the divine within you. And Pluto right now with the moon says like intuition, here I give you guidance. Put the divine back in the family. I was talking about this before. And now the moon is gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna be getting the authority. We're gonna be talk about this. You're gonna see it over through the days how this gonna get hold of that journey. Okay, guys. So that's all I have for you for today. Thank you guys for watching, and appreciate your comments in there. Uh, Listen to within yourself, let yourself guide you. But as I said, try not to understand your human-based intuition, but go through the duality because that's gonna tell you where the issues are and the area. Because a good energy is coming this late afternoon. Right, guys? Be love. I'll see you tomorrow.